Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do my first prom tutorial for you guys, since I know prom is coming up maybe around May, or if you went to a random high school like mine and had it in April, maybe I can still catch up to some of you guys. I went to a very tiny, super tiny high school, 43 kids per grade. That's how tiny. It was so tiny. The whole high school went to prom every year. So I went to prom 3 times, only because sophomore year I kind of got in trouble with my mom, so I couldn't go. But I went 3 times, so I mean it was like every year. It was kind of hard to get excited for it. You know, you still did because you got to do something different, maybe up your prom look. But if I could go back and do my makeup that one year I did it, junior year, I would. Oh, I would. I was experimenting a lot. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So to help some of you guys out, here's a tutorial. You know, follow me step by step. You know, here's some tips, some tricks you guys can use. And I really wanted to use some glitter today. And this is the OCC glitter in the color gold. Just prom is just a great time for those of you who only have it once a year, or if you have it every year. You know, you can really play up with the glitters, with the shimmers, and just go all out that special day. It is really a time to remember. I did have fun every time that I went, and I got to go 3 times. So maybe for those of you who have junior and senior prom, you guys can enjoy it more than once. Or if you have, you know, a boyfriend or boyfriends who are older, go to different schools, you can also do this look as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this quick prom tutorial. Let me know if you guys want to see a drugstore tutorial, and I can make sure to do that for you guys as well. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. So I've already primed my eyes with MAC's soft ochre paint pot, and that's more of a yellow based paint pot. I switch between that one and MAC's Painterly. Honestly, for me, I like them both. It just depends which one's near me or not. And then I'm gonna go in with Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie just as my transition shade with a fluffy brush. And this is just a fluffy brush from Sonia Kashuk. This is about $7, so pretty inexpensive. And I'm just gonna kind of go around. This is gonna be just to help transition the rest of the colors, especially since I'm gonna be using darker colors, especially to smoke out this look. It is prom. Who doesn't like a smoky eye? Next, I'm going to go ahead and take something that's a little bit shade darker, and that is MAC's Saddle. So basically, I'm just going to start adding, might be looking like we're adding a lot of colors, but it's going to be a really nice gradient transition. So I'm going to go ahead and take that with the Sigma E25 blending brush, and this is a little bit smaller than the first color we used. We're going to put this a little bit above the crease, because we're going to put another color, and then maybe another color right in the crease. And it's okay to be messy and not too precise, because we're going to clean up the edges my favorite way, because I'd rather be a little bit messy and just clean it all up in the end. That's just how I do. Then every time you're just adding color, just go in and blend. And as you blend throughout, it's just going to be a lot easier in the end than having to blend everything. And a lot of this, and every makeup look, it's just going to be a lot of blending. The more you blend, the better it'll look, and the better everything will come together. Now with a new clean brush, I'm gonna go in with MAC's Brown Script, and this is actually pretty equivalent to Makeup Geek's Cocoa Bear. So if you wanna save, go ahead and use Makeup Geek's Cocoa Bear. I just happen to have Brown Script before I knew about Makeup Geek, so I already bought it. But when I run out, I'm probably gonna go get Makeup Geek. In this color, I'm going to go more like right into my crease. And take a little bit and just build that color up. And we're going to bring this one in a little bit too. It's easier to build up and blend off. Once again, we're going to blend together and out. Then now, I kind of want more of a brown shade, and so I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk Eye on Neutral Matte Palette, and I'm just going to take that color right in the center. You can choose, I was between this one and this darker one, but I'm going to use like a black. So I'm gonna go for this middle one, so it's not too crazy. So with this, I'm gonna go in with a pointed crease brush, and this is the one from Makeup Geek, and I'm just gonna go right into that color And once again, just build it up. And I just want something a little bit more precise to go right into the crease. And with this one, take your time. And in between, I'm just gonna go in back and forth and kind of blend out with one of those brushes that I used in my crease. Because you want a defined line, but you don't want too much of a harsh line. And I'm just gonna run that fluffy brush all over again. Then I'm gonna take something like NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Milk and just kind of add that onto my lids. And then this is just gonna help whatever color you add pop. And you only need a little bit of this stuff because it spreads around pretty well. And honestly, the easiest way is just blend it out with your finger. And then honestly, this next color that I'm gonna put on my lid, it doesn't really matter which product you use because we're gonna do glitter, but I just kind of want some sort of base, and I'm gonna be using the Milani Bellla eyeshadow in the color Bella Gold. And you can just leave and just use this color, just use a really nice gold. I really like that gold color in the Stila, what is it, in the light palette. So I'm just gonna pat that on my lid. Alright, and because I want to smoke it out, I'm going to go back into that Sonia Kashuk palette, and I'm going to use that black color right there with the outer edge, and I'm going to go in with an outer V brush by Makeup Geek. And honestly, you can even just use this palette as your base and then get a gold and some glitter and you're good to go. But I wanted to mix it up, so I like to give you guys some options. So I'm just going to go in the outer V. I'm not going to bring it up too far in, too far up. I just kind of want to smoke it out on the edges because I've done the too far in, too far out. It's not always cute, especially with the black. Be careful, build it up. You don't want to ruin everything. And I'm doing the black before I do the glitter because it's so much harder to blend an eyeshadow with glitter. So honestly, I want to do as little blending as possible. I have to once I do the glitter, just maybe just the very top portion, but minimal because it is a bitch to blend with glitter, and it's just gonna get all. It's gonna be a hot mess. Hot mess express. Just carving out, and then just add in that color. You're gonna add, you're gonna blend, you're gonna add, especially with black. To blend out the black, I'm actually going to go with a clean brush because this can get real messy. And it doesn't matter if you go too far in maybe with black because we're going to cover that up with glitter. And don't worry about how the edges, we're going to clean that up as well. Stop worrying. And you can go back in and add some more and blend it out. And I like to maybe like tap it in. The first place you tap is the first place you're going to get the most pigment. And this is my favorite part where we go in and clean up those edges. Oh, mira. Alright, now here's the fun and kind of intimidating part. And don't worry, it's not going to be harsh edges. That's actually going to be our kind of guideline for our eyeliner. And I'm going to go ahead for the glue, glitter glue. You can, sometimes use like Max Fix Plus or something, but honestly, glitter glue if you want that pop to stand out. And the one that I'm going to be using is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance glitter glue. And honestly, I was trying to find some great drugstore ones because just in general, I want a cheaper one. And the only other one I can think of was I've heard of before is the LA Splash. I can't seem to find that anywhere. I know Makeup Geek, she used to like always use that one, and I tried to find it but I couldn't. So we're gonna go ahead and use this one. So I'm gonna go, just to apply, I'm gonna go ahead and take like this concealer brush, and I put a little bit on my finger, and I'm just gonna tap that onto the places where I'm gonna want to add that glitter. And in case this dries quickly, we're gonna do one eye at a time. And the glitter that I'm going to be using is the OCC glitter in the color Gold, and that is exactly what it is. And I'm just going to take a little bit and grab that from the lid and then just pat that on. Oh, that's nice. Oh. Holy shit. Don't go too far up. Alright, now I have dry skin, so I like to prep my face with MAC's Fix Plus, and I can either just spray directly onto my face or I'll spray it onto a beauty blender and then just kind of dab that on, especially if maybe I have like my eyebrows on like I do right now or any eyeshadows, and just dab that and just bring extra moisture back to my face. If you want to know my foundation routine, I'll make sure to link that down below. And then just to spot conceal, my face was fresh. Then we got some little guys that decided to show up, which happens. I'm gonna go in with my tried and true. This is Holy Grail for blemishes correcting for me. This green color, this is from the Sonia Kashuk Hidden Agenda Concealer Quad, and I love this color. This color specifically, like I need just this color. I like the rest, the other two colors, you can tell I really like that one on top. Since I ran out of this color, I actually got the Sonia Kashuk All Covered Up Concealer, and you can even choose this by itself, but if you really want to conceal those red spots, going with a green color corrector. This concealer is so freaking potent. Like if you have to pick one, you can only afford one. They're both $10. I think the Sonia Kashuk is a little bit more, but you can definitely just go up with this concealer by itself. And this is to go over the green, because you want to correct the green but then conceal with the actual concealer. Alright, I went ahead and finished my face. I did my foundation off camera just to save some time. I will also, as I said, link my foundation routine down below, but the foundation that I did use, and especially if maybe you might be doing your own makeup and you kind of want to save a little bit on the foundation because you don't want to spend $45 in a foundation alone, a great drugstore one that I would recommend, and the one I'm using today, I repurchased it specifically for this prom tutorial to let you guys know this is a great drugstore, like kind of alternative, as well as not for prom but any type of photos that you're going to be doing. It's not going to give you that flashback. I love it because it's a medium to full coverage. I'm probably going to do a review more for you guys. You're going to see this in my favorites because this is what I've been just gravitating towards. And they have a normal to dry and then normal to oily. So therefore someone like me who's dry can use it, and someone who is more oily, they have their own product. Same colors, just depending on your skin type. So if you need something, and I love my full coverage, so it's medium and I can build this up to full coverage as well. So I think this is a great drugstore alternative for if you're doing any type of a photo event makeup. Then if you're like me, you can skip this step, but especially if it's going to be a special event, I'm going to go ahead and use a color corrector like the NYX color corrector, the dark circle corrector. I'm just going to put that specifically where my dark circles are at, because I definitely want to highlight, but I don't want that light color to enhance my dark circles. And I'm actually going to contour and highlight using the LA Girl Pro concealers. I got these for $2.50 each. I think it was like a special on ladymoss.com, Lady Moss Beauty, Google it. $2.50. I know on the LA Girl site they're actually $5. They must have had a sale, but even $5 for concealers that you can contour and highlight. So to contour, I'm going to be using the color Fawn, and I'm just going to put that where I want to kind of define my face a little bit. And I like this, cream liquid highlighting and contouring before the powder, just for special events. It's really gonna enhance it. It's really just gonna help show up even more in those photos, and especially in photos, with the flash and with all the lights, it's kind of gonna maybe wash you out a little bit, wash out those features a little bit. So you really kind of want to enhance everything, because who isn't gonna be taking all those photos on the day of prom? To blend out that contour, I'm going to be using this e.l.f. small stipple brush. And I'm gonna blend mostly up. Then I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm not done, don't worry, I'm not done. I'm gonna go ahead and take the color Natural just to add that, and then I'm gonna blend even more. I'm gonna take the other end of that beauty blender. Make sure not to use the end that you use for the contour. And we're gonna blend that out. Alright, now that the face has a little bit more dimension, I'm gonna set the highlighted area underneath my eye with this Ben Nye Luxury Powder in the color Cameo. And I'm of a lighter skin tone, so Cameo works better for me. I would try to use Banana, but Banana is usually the most, probably more universal one, but I'm a little too light for that one. Maybe if I'm tanner, I can pull it off. Well, if you're darker than me, tanner than me, I think Banana is going to be a good choice for you. And these are very inexpensive. I think I got this bottle for about $12, and a little bit goes a long way with this product. So I've had that Banana powder for a while, and I think that was even cheaper. They might have raised the price for like $4, but. So I'm just going to take my same beauty blender, and I just tapped it in that product, and I'm just going to use that to set my under eye. So it helps brighten as well. To set the face, since the foundation gave us really good coverage, and especially since I'm dry, I want to go with something a little bit lighter. If you're oily skin, you can really use whatever you want, but if you don't want to cake up, have that caked up effect, use something lighter. I like the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Natural, and I use the color Medium. So I just take a tiny bit on my brush, wipe that off, and tap that off, and then just dab it all over my face. I'm not swirling, I'm dabbing. Sometimes I swirl because I forget, I'm in a rush. So Monday through Friday I'll swirl sometimes. But just dabbing it. And then you can choose just one or the other, but I want to bronze and contour. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Benefit Hoola bronzer. There's other great drugstore alternatives. I like the NYC Sunny Bronzer. I like the NYX Matte Bronzer. I love that one. I just ran out of it myself. If not, I would be using that for you guys. There's just so many alternatives. And then the contour, I'm going to be using the NYX HD Blush in the color Taupe. This is a cooler tone, so that's really going to sculpt out the face. So this is just going to help set that cream contour, or liquid concealer cream contour. Especially if you are oily, you're going to want to set that cream contour, and especially if you're going to be on a dance floor, if you're going to be moving and grooving, and however corny that sounds, you're going to want to set that. A nice brush for really precise contour, I like something like this. I got this at Sonia Kashuk. A lot of brush brands are coming out with this. I know e.l.f. is coming out with the real cheap one, that NARS Eater brush. Just even smaller the brush, the more precise the contour is going to be. So I'm just going to dip that because this color is pretty pigmented. And then I'm just going to go ahead and find my cheekbones and go right under. And I'm going to kind of tap this in there just to create that shadow. Looks slim, right? And then I'm just going to go in and blend that out with that same brush that we're trying to use to bronze. Something fluffy. And just blend out and out. For my blush, I'm going to go ahead and use MAC's Warm Soul. This is just a great neutral blush, and it has a little bit of sheen to it, but nothing too crazy, so it's not going to be like glitter shine all over the face. But it's just going to give you that nice glow. And then I'm just going to go in lightly, because you don't want to blend off any of the product. To highlight today, it's a very difficult choice, but I'm just going to switch it up. I'm going to go back to using my MAC's Soft and Gentle highlight. This is a beautiful highlight. And I'm just going to, this is an e.l.f. small taper brush. This is going to be a really nice, precise brush. I'm just going to put that on top of my cheekbones. Big difference. So I went ahead and applied my gel liner and I wang it out. I did a wing, and I used the L'Oreal Infallible gel liner in the color black. This is a really great gel liner. And then I went ahead and used the Ardell Demi Wispies. So this is a good option. Nothing too crazy, but it still adds a little pizzazz to your look. If you want to try the Red Cherry Demi Wispies, those are a little bit even more toned down, but I actually wanted to try these for the first time and I'm really liking them. And as you can see, the eyes are coming together now. So I'm actually going to go in with a black. This is how much I love this one. This is a MAC Kohl liner, and this is in the color Smolder. It's basically black, and I'm going to go in and line my waterline and the top line just to kind of smoke it out a bit. And I like this one especially for me because I wear contacts and this does not rub off on my contacts. So if you're a contact lens wearer, I definitely suggest this one. To kind of help set that, I'm just going to go back in with that black from the Sonia Kashuk and just kind of tap that underneath on the lash line. To kind of blend that out, I'm going to go in with a small pencil brush. You can use the same one you use on your lash line. I'm going to go back in with that color Brown Script and put that underneath to blend that out. And then you can even go in with a little bit of that saddle or that darker brown brush. Then to highlight, you can go in with any highlight color. I'm just going to go ahead and use MAC's Rice Paper. It's a very nice golden highlight, and I'm going to put that underneath the brow. And then especially since it's prom, I'm going to go right in the center. I went ahead and lined and filled in my lips with Rimmel's Addiction Lip Liner, which is a little bit darker than my lips, but that's great because the lipstick's a lot lighter, so it's going to blend in really well. And the lipstick I'm going to go in with is MAC's Blankety. Then for my gloss, I'm going to go in with MAC's Flourabundance, which is a lot lighter. I think I just found my favorite lip combo for the month. Most important, if you're dry, give yourself a little hit of that MAC Fix Plus. And plus, or if you're just oily, go ahead and make sure to set your face with a setting spray. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Makeup Setting Spray after my Fix Plus, but honestly, setting spray, you're going to be out all night, you're going to be dancing, even if you're antisocial, you're going to be around the people who are dancing and sweaty, and that's just going to, you know, come onto you. So you're going to want to set your face and all this hard work to stay in place. Then I went ahead and combed my hair for you guys. You're welcome. You can go ahead and use this look, substitute as many maybe drugstore affordable products. Let me know if you guys want to see an all drugstore prom tutorial. That'll definitely be fun. But you can go ahead and even substitute the color of the lid, the glitter, if you want to do maybe more silver, if you want to do purple, if you want to do pink, your color of choice. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and make sure to subscribe to keep up with some more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.